Yo, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Tony coming live from the studio, aka the basement room. You know what I'm saying? Um, Today I've just finished watching Blood of Zeus, which was released I think last week on Netflix, and let me just say, man, I was thoroughly impressed. Thoroughly impressed. First impressions, yeah, I was on the part. Oh, as you can see, it's Halloween today, so I thought, I'd just be Tony Stark. I guess I'm Tony Stark today instead of Star Lord because my helmet won't fit on my head. So I guess that's the only costume that I could put on. I don't really celebrate all this stuff anymore. Like but yeah. Last thing. I might be wearing this like all episodes just to celebrate. So hopefully we get back to before COVID once I put this on. Hopefully so. But yeah, this is my fake Halloween costume for this year. So I'm Tony Stark with the glove on. So, but anyways, while we're here, we'll be talking about Blood of Zeus. Now, this is going to get annoying, kind of probably. I don't know how to shut it off without interacting. But yeah, though. So, check this out, guys. This was awesome. Um, I never heard of Zeus's bastard son Heron. Like how like we've typically heard of Perseus, uh, uh, Hercules, and so on and so forth. Typically through movies or doing your own individual reading. Um, this is a different story because I never heard of him, so I was thoroughly interested in everything. He starts out, the typical trope of Zeus's fatherdom. His mother was a whore. At a wedlock, and that's how the story kicks off. Normally that's how Zeus does. He just does where the fuck he want. I mean, who's going to tell Zeus no? So, um, the plot is like basically, the battle for Olympus and stuff like that. Um, I want to talk about the animation because I don't want to spoil it because I think what drew me to this show was, of course, it said Blood Zeus. Now, as I mentioned before, and in our past shows and streams or whatever, I'm a big proponent of mythology, like Greek, Egyptian, and Norse mythology. So this I was gonna watch this instantly, anyways. So um, what drew me was, the animation was it was good. It was good. One of my friends, he said that he didn't like it. I don't know why. I remember a conversation with him about that. But if I had to guess, I said, was it too much shadowing, like shadow? He said no. It was like a dull type color, um, which I can attest. I mean, not attest, but I can kind of agree. I believe that the color could have been a little bit more pop, but understand because the same people that made this made Castlevania, and I love Castlevania, the games and the show from Netflix. So that's probably why I gravitated towards this more than he did. The main character Heron and Sephirim, I think his brother. Uh, their premise was pretty cool, but honestly, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. That wasn't even. I didn't really care too much about them as characters because it was, I don't know, it was kind of weird. Like, so I was only like really popping, like getting excited when the gods were on screen. Jason Omer, he voices Zeus. I believe he's the one that plays Batman in the DC animated movies. I think I cannot remember, but I think he plays Batman. He plays Batman or Superman, one of those. And yeah, I think that the show really was great when Zeus was on screen. Um, it was just a good. How can I say this? I'm trying to say it because I just got finished watching it, y'all. So y'all gotta excuse me. This is like literally right after I finished watching, so I'm still trying to gather my thoughts and stuff. But Zeus really brought the show together. Um, Poseidon was great. Seeing him on screen interact. Basically, uh, the the premise of this season, because there's definitely going to be a second season. And like, if you don't know, if you don't know, Zeus, Poseidon, and Hades, when they fought their fathers, the Titans, after they defeated the Titans, they had divvied up the land or whatever, right? So Poseidon gets the ocean, Hades is the underworld, and Zeus is the god of the heavens. So that's going to be the premise for season two. I can already tell that right off bat because we don't even see Hades until the end of the season. I'm like, what? And he's only mentioned one time, and that's like in episode 7, and then we see him at the end of the season, and then that's how I can see. I won't spoil the ending for y'all, but I can see it's going to be a 3-way fight for Olympus. That's what I thought was going to happen in season 1, which I'm glad it did because this is going to be a great series. I can already tell. We got Heron out of the way, got him out of the way, so this should be season 2 should be more purely focused on the gods. We want to talk about Hera. Hera was basically the main villain for season 1. She was a monster, man. That woman was a monster. Man, I don't know. I don't know what to say, man. Like, cause this show was like literally like some of the stuff that I read as a kid, and then doing my own research about mythology, about specifically Greek mythology, and it was just great to see another animated series adapt these tropes. Zeus with his infinite what's I'm looking for? Infidelity, I think, is the word I'm looking for. Just laying with all the women, fathering all these kids and all these bastards, and finally Hera had enough of that shit. She was like, nah, I'm about to end all this. So she ends up like summoning in the beginning they explained to you that once Zeus defeated the Titan blood split into the ocean, which then spawned the giant race. So the giants they looked at pretty minutes, I'm not gonna lie. And the very first episode where they mostly set them up, and then we don't see them for like till episode 7 and 8 and 9. I mean, I'm sorry, 7, 6, and 7, and then when they start them out their attack on Olympus, that was pretty cool, man. Like that was pretty awesome, and this made me want to go and look and research, uh, stories about these two characters, Seraphim, and Heron. Also, the Titans. I mean, not Titans. I'm sorry, the Giants. Because I never heard anything about these characters or these primordial beings. I never read anything about them. So I'm curious to see their names and stuff. Like some of them look like the Hydra creatures, and one of them looks like Thanos. Like dude was tough. Like he had fucking spiraling horns. You thought he was Satan or something. This nigga had spiraling horns on both ends with the fucking giant ass cobras at his side and shit. I'm like, yo, this shit look badass. But it was great though. Like I said, it was the color in the series could have been a little bit more poppy, like a little bit more brighter. But I understand because it's more gore, so it has to be a little bit darker tone. So I wasn't as like upset as say my man was, who also watched it. So that's his booed of Zeus. Oh no, I gotta change that. I'm sorry. That's his boo. Oh man, I'm tripping. Let me edit that right quick. But yeah. So I definitely encourage everyone, especially if you're into mythology and stuff like that. Definitely check this out. It's well worth your time. Definitely worth your time. Episodes are probably about like 33 minutes long. Um, Give or take about 33 minutes. It was and definitely I need to check that out ASAP. The fight scene was epic. Zeus, like I can't stress how cool Zeus was in this. Like he at one point he just went the fuck off. He said fuck because oh if you don't know, fate the fates are Zeus can't he's not supposed to defy the fate, even though Zeus is like the one god who can do whatever he wants. Even he's bound by fate. So uh and Wednesday he just said fuck it. He just let loose like thunderbolts everywhere. Like just boom, boom, because his son was in trouble and he couldn't help him for fear. Because the one rule, the one rule of Olympus is that gods cannot interfere as a human. That's like the number one rule across all mythology, across all myths and in any iteration. And then Zeus, but he can't help himself because he sees his children and then the mothers the mortals that he loved, so he just like in this depiction he just says fuck it. He just said boom, 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 like He don't give a fuck. Like he just throwing boats. Like I'm talking about, like the ocean is like literally crumbling under his feet. So he does all this from Olympus. So it's like a cool scene. It's a very cool scene. Very cool scene. Um and I just I was just solely impressed by how they made it look. And towards the end, Zeus, well, we get. Oh, I'm sorry. Zeus, Zeus's fight with the Titans and how all the gods came together. Was pretty cool. So the gods had to choose sides. It was either Hera's side or Zeus' side. So it was kind of wild. Damn, fly throw me off. So I noticed some of the gods, even though they weren't name dropped, but because I had prior knowledge, I could tell who was who. Athena, Apollo, Ares, stuff like that. They only named a few of the gods, Bacchus, people, gods like that. You know what I'm saying? The gods of wine and drinking food, stuff like that. So that was pretty cool to see them in the fight. Hephaestus played a major role. That was cool. But you know who was a real unsung hero? Apollo. Apollo is a dog. No, I'm sorry, not Apollo. Hermes. My bad, Hermes. Hermes is an animal, man. That dude got my respect. Now I play this game called Smite, and he's not on there, but I guess his most, um characters like him. I guess in Smite would be Apollo. I guess because that's like his closest relative. I guess so, and we make fun of that. Me and my group, we make fun of Apollo a lot. But he was a dog in this joint too, though. Not gonna lie. Him. It was one scene where him and Henry was fighting Ares 2v1, and Ares was crushing them. But like you could tell, like them two was in sync, man. Like just to see their skills in the animated series was pretty cool. Ares, of course, being the God of War, easily handled them, but them choosing there because they're all bastards. So it's like wow. It's like it's almost like the battle of the bastards and shit with this show. So um, yeah, I just thought it was cool. If I had to give it a rating, it would be a solid 7.5 out of 10. Definitely. I'm gonna watch it again, most definitely. And it was tough. I really I can't describe it because like I said, I just got finished watching it, so I'm doing this review while it's fresh in my head. Like the scenes that stuck out to me were all the scenes with all the gods, of course. Whenever the god on screen was when the show really flourished for me. But when they weren't, I could feel myself dipping in and out, going to my phone, and all this. So, but definitely, make sure y'all check that out, man, ASAP. A little thing on Seeker 2. So it hasn't been greenlit. So I just found out, well, I just read, it hasn't been greenlit for Seeker 2 yet. But I'm pretty positive because the response to the show has been actually good. So I'm pretty positive it's going to get a Seeker 2, which means that the main villain, of course, like I said in the beginning, excuse me, is going to be Hades. So I'm excited for that. I'm excited to see how they handle that without spoiling, because I can't spoil the ending for y'all. I don't want to. So you'll see why if you check it out. You'll see why Hades is going to be the main villain, or if you just into Greek mythology stuff like me, and you was wondering from the beginning, like why nobody mentioned Hades? Why has Hades not been seen on screen yet? And then it'll start coming forth to you. So we have our villain for season 2, or our villain for season 2, and we don't know what's going to happen with Zeus yet, based upon the ending to season 1. Hopefully we just get the battle of the gods, the 3-way fight. Hopefully, excluding Heron and all those other characters. They had an Amazon on the jump. I didn't know that Amazon existed back then. But what's crazy? She wasn't even tall. So that was like I thought Amazonian women supposed to be extremely tall and like muscular. So that was that's pretty different. What other comments do I have about this? I like that how they depicted the gods as bigger than actual mortals, like how they're supposed to be. They're supposed to be like all glowing and encompassing light and stuff like that. They're supposed to be larger than us, not like at our height level. They supposed to be like giants. So I'm glad that they made that distinction. And yeah, just it was a cool show overall. So you know what I'm saying. So you heard it here first, man. Mama's Bloods, Mad Thing Gaming. Yeah, that's it. Blood Zeus 7.5. It gets what? It gets this treatment. And with that, big job, fair D. I enjoy your Halloween. Stay safe, all that good stuff, man. Yeah. Check out my Goku Tsushima review. I've been playing Goku Tsushima Legends recently. I'm in a raid. I stream on Mad Time Gaming on YouTube, sometimes on Twitch at Tony Ozzy, which you can see here. 1 second. I stream there sometimes because sometimes YouTube be fucking up. I don't know what's going on, so I switch over to Twitch. Switch fuck up, I switch over to YouTube. So yeah, make sure y'all check those out. And if you play Ghost of Tsushima, drop a comment. Let me know how you like the multiplayer mode. I'm loving it. Me and my crew is loving it. And that's what you get when you own a PS4. You get solid AAA games like that, man. And that's it for me. I'm out.